TV in home, and one day I was watching this Atma. I mean, morning I was just watching some TV, and some bhajan was coming like that. And this Atma serial came. One very nice young boy sitting with no hair, white, very nice white dress he's wearing, and backside one Swami photo is there, and Krishna photo is there, and he's speaking in Hindi, Bhagavad Gita sloka, and telling the commentary and like that. I like this that very much, and then I liked it very much, and I started watching it. Not every day, but sometime I'll watch. Sometime one big person will be there, and sometime one lean person will be there, like that. So I used to watch it. I don't know what is it all about, but I used to like the way they used to speak. है ना? Srimad Bhagavad Gita में भगवान श्री कृष्ण कहते हैं, like that this devotee will speak. Okay, so I used to like this very much, and later on when I was in BTech and then I was in MTech. That time I told to one devotee that when I was a child, I used to watch this kind of program sometime. What is that? And that program name I always remember, that was Atma. So I spoke to one devotee. He said that Atma serial was produced by Haridas Prabhu. This Prabhuji only, who was a pickpocketer who wanted to steal the watch of Srila Prabhupada. He only produced that serial. And that speaker who was giving Bhagavad Gita class, that speaker was Gauranga Prabhu. Now everybody knows him, right? So then they told me the name of Gauranga Prabhu. And then I started searching all his lecture, and I started hearing, because in childhood I heard his lectures. Nah? So I started hearing many lectures when I was in MTech. Nah? And many lectures I heard from Gauranga Prabhu. And then I liked it. And then another devotee was Sarvabhauma Prabhu. So these devotees were there in that. So I was telling you that he only produced that Atma serial. Such a change in the personality, right? Then once he wanted to go in foreign country for some service, some work, preaching work. Then when they made passport and all those things, so they asked him to write the father name. We don't know. So he went to Prabhupada and he was crying. He said, "What happened?" He said, "I want to go for this service and I cannot go. You asked me to go for this service in another country, but I cannot go." He said, Prabhupada said, "Why can't you go?" He said, "Because I don't have passport." Prabhupada said, "Get the passport." So they are saying, when I went for passport application, they are asking me father's name. So Prabhupada said, "What is the problem?" She said, "Because I don't know who is my father. I was just born just like that. I don't know who is my father." Then Prabhupada said, bring your application, and Prabhupada wrote in the name of father's name, that section Prabhupada wrote A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Right? So then this Prabhuji personally, he was telling this, that day he felt so much that he got father now. Sri Prabhupada accepted to take the position of his father. And then with that name, he made the passport and he went all over the world and did a lot of services. So the point was this, that a power of the blessings of a pure devotee is topmost. That can make anyone devotee. Okay, anyone. Association and blessings of a pure devotee. Okay, but of course, everybody cannot go through that. So no need to take risk. Everyone should perform Garbhadan Sanskara so that the pure child only is born. So that was the point here. So now these things are Varnashram system. Now 4 5 chapters are there. So the general regular processes will be explained. What are we supposed to do? Okay. So lot of explanation I gave. So much time is gone in this one issue which started yesterday. Okay, sorry for that. But I hope that the idea and the concept is clear to all of you, because this Garbhadan Sanskar is something which is very or almost not at all talked about. You know, nobody speaks about it and nobody knows about it. Many people don't know the name itself, and many people don't know there is something just like Garbhadan Sanskara. Okay, so that's why I thought of explaining it little bit. Anybody interested to know more? So So we have a full book about it, so you can refer that to. So, but without having a full understanding, this is very, very important thing. Without having a full understanding of Gita and Bhagavatam, at least these two scriptures, reading all those books about sanskaras and all those things will create another problem. What is that problem? That you will get stuck in the rules and regulations and you will forget Krishna. That is for sure. That is why initially those books are not at all introduced. First, come to the level of 16 round chanting, take initiation, diksha, read this Gita, Bhagavad, understand them properly, the concept of devotional service and bhakti and Kali Yuga, Yuga Dharma. Many people don't have faith in the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga, and many people don't know what is Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga, okay, which is Harinam Sankirtan. So unless until we have that faith, you know, then because like you have a house bombing and there is no yajna performed, what you will feel? Are havan nahi hua, there is no yajna done. What is it? You know? Can you just do a marriage ceremony by performing Sankirtan? You cannot do that. Means we have not got the enough faith in Harinam. So we have to have that faith, right? So that faith is the main thing. Before getting full faith in the Yuga Dharma, Harinam, Sankirtan, and Yuga Avatar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without having this strong faith, if we go here, there, and so many processes, then we will be bewildered and we will be diverted from the main purpose of this human life. Okay, very nice. Text 14. विप्रस्याध्ययनादीनि शरण्यस्य प्रतिग्रह राज्ञो वृत्ति प्रजागोप्तुर्विप्राद्वा करादिभिः. Viprasya of the Brahman, Adhyana Adini, reading the Vedas, etc. Shata, 6, to study the Vedas, teach the Vedas, to worship the deity, to teach others how to worship, to accept charity, and to give charity. Anyasya, of those other than the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas. Apratigraha, without accepting charity from others. The Kshatriyas may execute the 5 other official duties prescribed for the Brahmans. Ragya of the Kshatriya, Titi, the means of livelihood. Praja, Goptuhu, who maintains the subject. Aviprat, from whose who are not Brahmans, Swa or Karma, Adi, by revenue taxes. Customs, duties, fines for punishment, etc. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Jai Bhaktivedanta. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. For a Brahman, there are 6 occupational duties. A Kshatriya should not accept charity, but he may perform the other 5 of these duties. Okay. So, Brahmanas, there are 6 activities are given for Brahmanas, but all those 6 can, 5 can be performed by Kshatriyas also, but they cannot accept charity. Okay. So, a king or a Kshatriya is not allowed to levy taxes on Brahmins, and they cannot put tax on Brahmins also. But he may take his livelihood by levying minimal taxes, custom duties, and penalty fines upon other subjects. Okay, this custom duties, penalty, fine, all these kind of taxes can be applied on other people except Brahmanas. That is why Srila Prabhupada, yesterday we were reading purports, the Prabhupada was mentioning that the members of Krishna Consciousness Society should be given relax from all the taxes because they are all Brahmanas. Okay, so purport. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains the position of Brahmanas and Kshatriyas as follows. Brahmanas have 6 occupational duties, of which the 3 are compulsory. What are compulsory out of 6? Studying the Vedas, worshipping the deity, and giving charity. This is compulsory. Okay. For Brahmanas, 6 activities are there. 3 are compulsory. Studying the Vedas, worshipping the deity, and giving charity. Giving charity, not taking charity. Many people don't tell this thing. Many so-called Brahmanas, they will never tell you that Brahmana, everybody will say, कि Brahman को दान देना चाहिए. You should give charity to Brahmans. Everybody will say to you and take charity from you. But nobody will tell this thing that Brahmanas also should give charity. Okay, so Brahmanas should give charity, but other people should not accept charity from the Brahmanas, like Kshatriyas and all. They should not accept. No? So by teaching, Kshatriyas cannot accept any charity only. Okay, so by teaching, by inducing others to worship the deity, and by accepting gifts, the Brahmanas receive the necessities of life. So this Varnashram is very nice thing. In this, everyone will be accepting something from society and giving something to the society. Some contribution to the society and something taking from the society. So Varnashram means what you will take, what you will accept. You will accept only those things which are very, very much necessary for your livelihood, for your life. Okay, so out of six, you see, studying the Vedas, worshipping the deity, and giving charity. These are compulsory things. Why? Because this is to uh, these three things are something to contribute in the society. Okay, and the other three things like teaching others, worshipping, inducing others to worship the deity, accepting gifts, and giving knowledge. These kind of things are for their necessities of life. Okay, so they can accept gift, and they can and do yajna and something for others, and they can teach others, and they will get in return some charity, some gift, some donation. So they can accept that donation, and they can manage their life with that donation. This is the life of Brahmins. So they will not go for job and working uh, first of month to the 30th and getting salary. This is not the job of Brahmins. Okay, they just go some puja they will do for somebody, and whatever is they will not ask there also that I will do your this puja if you give me this much money only. No, whatever they are doing it as a service to Krishna, and whatever in return donation they are happy. You know? So this is also confirmed in the Manu Samhita. Sannam tu karmanam trini karmani jivika yajnadhyapane chaiva vishuddhacha pratigraha. Of the six occupational duties of the Brahmanas, three are compulsory, namely worship of the deity, study of the Vedas, and the giving of charity. In exchange, a Brahman should receive charity, and this should be his means of life. So you will see Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. For all, there is a means of livelihood, and there is a means of contribution to the society. These two things will be there. Okay, so by studying Vedas and all, and Brahman is contributing in the society. What he is contributing? He is contributing wisdom, knowledge, which is the main thing to run the society. So because Brahmins are contributing the knowledge and wisdom of the scriptures in the society, that is why Brahmins are called the brain of the society. It's not like nowadays so-called Brahmins, they don't know any knowledge. They are watching all Akshay Kumar movies, and they are putting thread and telling, I am Brahman, give me charity. No. You have to contribute. You have to study the Vedas, and you have to contribute in the society by your knowledge. Okay, that's why they will not charge for knowledge, because that they are contributing to the society, and in return they will get charity. Charity means whatever is charity doesn't charity and salary is different. Okay, so charity is not fixed this much only. Charity, whatever you get, they are accepted and they are happy. So charity is the means of livelihood. Okay, so that's how in the if you see in our present ISKCON system, people are there in the temple. A lot of brahmacharis like me are staying in the temple, and we just do things for the temple and for the society. We don't get anything in the salary or something like that. Whatever people come, whoever comes to our temple and gives some donation, with that only we are managed, right? And when there are some situations, we also give charity. Like every day there is a annadanam, and we are feeding to the poor people. A lot of prasadam, and full stomach food is served in ISKCON temple. And now you see in Corona time, lot of ISKCON temples are giving free food. So this is like giving charity and teaching Vedas. So we are also teaching Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to many people just for free. We are not charging any money, right? So and we are having temples and doing deity worship. And if anybody wants our help to learn deity worship, so we are teaching them also how to worship deities in the home, right? So in this way, in the ISKCON temple, Prabhupada has made a rule so that everybody can practice Brahminical culture, Brahmins culture. Okay, so and we are not asking any salary for it. Neither temple gives any salary to us, neither any people gives. They just give some donation, and donation means sometimes it is more, sometimes it is less. Whatever it comes, we manage. Okay, so this is the system of Brahmins. Okay, so if somebody is doing it for salary, then that is not right. I mean, it's right, but they may not come in the Brahmins category. Okay, working for a salary is not bad; it is okay, but they may not come in the Brahmin category. Okay, so in exchange, a Brahmana should receive charity, and this should be his means of livelihood. So charity is the means of livelihood for Brahmins. Okay, a Brahmin cannot means a Brahmin cannot say that for my livelihood I need salary. Na, like when once I attended one marriage function, and there was one Panditji who came, and so in that marriage actually two girls were married together. I mean, two sisters, their marriage were done on the same day. So that means this Panditji has to do two marriage. And, first for the elder sister, then for the another sister. So two boys were there, and both sisters were married like that. So that means one day lot of job for Panditji. So Panditji were telling, "Are do it fast, do it fast. I have to go, I have to go because I have to go for my job." So you guys having another job, a salaried job. So he was getting for late. So this kind of Panditji is not very good. So because they are doing the salary job. Because why, if you ask him why you are doing job, you are already Panditji. Na? He will say, "Arey, for my livelihood, my family, my this, that, is that." That means that is not proper standard of Brahmins. Because the livelihood for Brahmins is charity. Whatever you come, whatever you get in charity, that much only is the right thing. Okay, you cannot demand. Salary means it's demanded. It's fixed. Na? I will work for these many months and these many days, and this much salary you should give me. So this is like Shudra activity. Okay. So Brahmins are not depending on salary; they are depending on charity. Okay. So Brahman cannot take up any professional occupational duty for his livelihood. You see, Brahman cannot take any professional occupational duty for his livelihood. The Shastras especially stress that if one claims to be a Brahman, he cannot engage in the service of anyone else. Brahman cannot engage himself in other service. Otherwise, he at once falls from his position and become a Shudra. Serving others is Shudra job. Serving in the sense here, like many people are working in offices for salary. So that is like doing some job to them and getting their livelihood. This is called Shudra activity. Okay, Shudra activity is means they cannot perform Vedic studies because of not having much intelligence, and they cannot do Kshatriya activities because of having less bodily and courageous things, and they cannot do business activity because they do not have that business abilities. So when they have nothing, so they just do physical labor. So anybody can tell them, okay, I will give you this much money, you do this job for me. So Kshatriya can also engage them. Vaishya, businessmen also can engage. In my business is there, some labor work is there, you do it, and I'll give you some money. So in this way it works like that. Okay, so that is Shudra activity. Srila Rupa Goswami. So in Kali Yuga now present days, maximum people are working like that only. There are few businessmen, and in their companies many employees are there, thousands and thousands of employees. So that is one businessman, but many Shudras are working under that. Okay. So Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami belonged to a very respectful family, but because they engaged in the service of Nawab Hussain Shah, not even as ordinary clerks but as ministers, they were ostracized from Brahminical society. So indeed, they become like Mohammedans and even change their names. So here you see, even Rup and Sanatan they exhibited this kind of thing, that because they were forced to work under a Muslim king. They were not working as a labor. Actually, their position was prime minister and finance minister. But still, they said, because we worked under this Nawab, we are. They themselves said that, don't consider us any more Brahmins. We are not at all Brahmins now, because we worked under this Nawab. So Brahmin cannot accept this kind of salaried job. Okay, unless a Brahmin is very pure, he cannot accept charity from others. Charity should be given to those who are pure. Okay, so even if one is born in a family of Brahmins, if one acts as a Shudra, one cannot accept charity, for this is strictly prohibited. So he is born in the Brahmin, but he is doing all sorts of nonsense, you know, and acting like Shudras. Then that kind of Brahmins, if you give charity, it's no use. You know? So if a person who is a pure Brahmin, you should give charity to him. You know? So this is the right way of giving charity. You know? So while giving charity, one should have a proper understanding that to whom they are giving. Okay. So although the Kshatriyas are almost as qualified as the Brahmins, even they cannot accept charity. So Kshatriyas also, they are almost equal, but they cannot accept charity. This is strictly prohibited in this verse by the word apratigraha. What do you speak of the lower social orders? Even the Kshatriyas must not accept charity. So if Kshatriyas cannot accept charity, how others can accept charity? So accepting charity means just getting something in donation like that. So others cannot accept. Okay. So the king or the government may levy taxes upon the citizens in various ways. By so Kshatriyas, what they do, their livelihood is this kind of taxes, by revenue duties, by custom duties, and realization of fines, and so on like that. Provided the king is able to give full protection to his subjects to assure the security of their life and property. Okay, so you saw Brahmins are getting their livelihood in the form of charity, and what they're contributing, they are contributing their scriptural wisdom in the society. And Kshatriyas are living on uh, their livelihood is many type of taxes. So when they are accepting the taxes, what they are contributing, so they should contribute. Is written na, Kshatriyas can take the taxes and all the revenue duties, custom duty, all these taxes they can take, but they should be able to give full protection to the subjects, to the people who are giving you taxes. Now, you should be able to protect them in all the cases. Otherwise, you are not qualified to take uh, taxes. Like the Brahmins, they are not qualified to take charity if they are not pure and they are not able to contribute to the society by their wisdom. Okay. So they are not qualified to take accept the charity. But similarly, Kshatriyas are not qualified to accept the taxes if they are not able to protect the citizens. Okay. So they should be able to protect the citizens. Okay. And then they can accept the taxes. Okay, so they will be fully practicing all these things now, how to protect fighting and all. So they will be fully busy in that. So that is why taxes are given, so that their livelihood is run. And Brahmins are fully engaged in studying the scriptures and practicing Vedas and all those things. So when they will work for their livelihood, so charity is given. You just go on study your Veda, you will get charity and live happily. Taxes, Kshatriyas, you go on practicing your fighting spirit and protection and all those things, and we will give you tax so you can nicely live. Okay, so this is a system. So I hope you will be able to figure out how the varnashram system is. um, each society is helping other society, and they are interconnected. So everyone is a part of society, which giving something and accepting something. So you cannot just neglect one society, because you are depending on other three societies, and you are contributing to other three sections, right? Three sections are giving you something and you are giving them something. So this is like interconnect. That's why varnashram system is very, very, very scientific. Okay. So now we discussed two, Brahman, Kshatriya. Now other two also will come. Like that, you will find everything is interrelated and everything is very much. So because of this much interconnection, there will not be any problem. And everybody is helping everyone else, right? So this is the way. So nobody is like self-dependent and having a monopoly or like that. You know? So unless he is able to give protection, he cannot levy taxes. However, a king must not levy any tax upon the Brahmins and the Vaishnavas fully engaged in Krishna. So now Brahmins and Vaishnavas, they are fully engaged in bhakti. So what tax they will give? They themselves are living on charity. So what tax they can? So king should not apply any taxes on the Brahmins and Vaishnavas. Okay, because what tax they will give? They themselves are living on charity now. Jo aa gaya, le liya, okay, okay, so like that. So tax 15. Okay. Okay, so if in between, if you may be getting some questions, you can keep sending all the questions to me in WhatsApp, and at the end I will read those questions and I will answer. Okay, quickly, if there are quick answers I will give, or if there are long answers, I will give recordings or some links so you can read or hear. Okay, text 15. वैश्यस्तु वार्ता वृत्तिः स्यान्नित्यं ब्रह्मकुलानुगः शूद्रस्य द्विज शुश्रूषा वृत्तिश्च स्वामिनो भवेत्. Vaishya, the mercantile community, to indeed Vartah vritti, engage in agriculture, cow protection, and trade. Syat must be Nityam, always Brahmakul Anugaha, following the direction of the Brahmana. Sudrasya, of the fourth grade persons. The workers. Dvija Sushrusha, the service of the three higher sections, the Brahman, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. Vritti means of livelihood, and Swaminihi, Swaminaha, the of the master Bhavet. So the mercantile community should always follow the directions of the Brahmins and engage in such activities as agriculture, trade, and protection of the cow. So the third community is Vaishya community. They can do Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijyam, agriculture. And so agriculture who are doing now, this is another important thing to understand. The people who are doing Krishi, agriculture, they come in the Vaishya community, not in the Sudra community. And Goraksha, the cow herd, cow protection they do. They are also in Vaishya community and businessmen, right? So you see there is a downfall in the society. Many people who were doing Krishi, agriculture earlier days, now they are doing labor work. So from Vaishya they have degraded to Sudra. This is that's why we are saying that we are not actually progressing. We are going down. The society is going down on the name of development. Many people they were doing krishi, agriculture, they were self dependent, but now they are depending on others for salary and they are doing labor work. Many people are leaving their agriculture work and they are going to some metro cities and working as a labor in the construction site or in many other places, right? Doing labor job, salaried job, but earlier they were Vaishya, they were doing agriculture, cow protection, like that. So that is the third thing. So these people, Vaishya people, they are how they are, what is their livelihood? They do krishi, so they sell the grains or cow products or business they will do. So they, by selling that they will get livelihood. And what they are contributing, they are like if they are doing krishi, they are contributing so much, they are giving so much grains and dal and all those things to the society, and through business and through cow products they are contributing so much. And also they are giving charity to the Brahmins, so that is also their contribution. They are giving taxes to the Kshatriya, so they are also their contribution, right? So they are contributing to the society and they are accepting something from the society. So what they are accepting? They are accepting the profit of their business. So that is their, the profit is their livelihood. So in order to take the profit, they can speak little lie, like little. It's not a too much. Some little lie is allowed to speak for a businessman. Like if you go to a shop wala, he will say, "Are sir, for you only I am giving rate to rate." and this he is telling to everyone, that I am giving rate to you. I am not taking any profit from you. Then why you have opened shop? If you are not taking any profit from anyone, why you are opening this shop? Are you Brahman so giving everything for charity? No. So he had to speak this lie so that people are impressed that he is giving me rate to rate, no profit. So he will buy from. So in this way, he will earn some profit. If he says, "Oh, come, please come, I will take 20% profit from you," who will buy from it? So little bit lie they have to speak. Okay, so that much is allowed for it, only for the purpose of business. Okay, so for the Sudras, that's why when they give charity, na, this is another complication is there. So they are allowed to speak little lie. So who will take up this reaction? So they are allowed. They are said to give charity. So when they give charity, so this thing is gone. And now, if a Brahmana accepts this charity from this businessman, so Brahmana has to accept the sin which he spoke lie, na? That Brahmana has to accept. So if this Brahmana is not pure, if he is very powerful, pure Brahmana, he will digest the sin, no problem. Okay. But if he is not pure, he will suffer the reaction. That's why Brahmanas are requested that they should not take charity from anyone. Uh, they also Brahmins are also very selected. They will not accept charity from everyone. They see this guy is doing sinful activity, that money they will not take. No, 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 we don't want that. That's why one day one very sinful person came to Srila Prabhupada, and he was offering a lot of money to Prabhupada. So Prabhupada accepted the money, but Prabhupada said, "Don't use this money." Prabhupada said to his people in the temple, "Don't use this money for cooking for the devotees, cooking for the deities. Don't use in that kind of work. You can use it for some other work like cleaning work or construction work, like that kind of work you can use. But you should not use it in such a work which directly going to infect our devotees, because our devotees will get affected by taking this bad charity. No? Because many people come in temple, we don't know, they come a lot of bad thing they have done, and they feel if I do some charity in temple, our karma is gone. It's like that. So they will come and they will put so much money in the hundi. And during the this demonetization, when demonetization, when this note bandi happened, so many people used to go in many temples and they will put a lot of black money there. So Brahmins are not. Brahmins are advised, don't take charity from anyone. You should know who are they. That's why we don't take charity from everyone. If we know, okay, this person is good, then only we take charity for our purpose. Okay, so that is the idea given to Brahmins. So for the Sudras, the only duty is to accept a master from a higher social order, engage in service. So the Sudra people, they will contribute by their physical labor to the other society. So they will help Brahmins in their duties, they will help Kshatriyas, and they will help Vaishyas in the labor work. Like army, there are a lot of salaried people, they will work for money. So they are helping Kshatriyas in order to protect Brahmins, they are helping Brahmins in order to do other rituals and all those things. So they will help by their physical labor. So they will accept a master and they will serve them. In this way, they are contributing to the society. And how they will, if they keep on helping others in the society, what is their livelihood? Their livelihood, in return, they will get some salary kind of thing. Okay. So in this way, all are having a place in the society, and that is an important place. So it is all interconnected society. So nobody is a chota bada, nobody is like higher and lower, but everyone has their own position. So that, and how this is decided, this is decided based on their ability and mentality and guna and karmas. Okay, who will become Brahman, who will take the job of a Kshatriya, who will take the job of a businessman. Suppose a person is not having a business kind of intelligence, then he will do business, he will be lost there. Right? If a person is not having that kind of purity for performing Brahminical activities, then he cannot become a good Brahmin, right? He cannot chant mantras, he cannot do austerity and all like that. And if a person is having no physical power and all those things, courage, And if you make him a king, what will happen? When fight will happen, he will run away somewhere. Right? So based on the guna and karma, these society is divided into Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Right? So there is nothing like they are big, they are small, or like that, because all these four are civilized men society. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, they are civilized. They are all civilized. Okay. So in this way, these things are explained that how these four society are interconnected and helping each other. So each society is helping other three. है ना? Okay, and their livelihood is also interrelated. So it's a very strong society. Nobody can break this system. It is very powerful. So that's why Varnashram is there. It's very powerful, very good. Okay. Okay, text 16. And again, I'm saying if you may get a lot of question in these kind of sections, so you can keep sending me in WhatsApp. Last I will take, so okay, and I will 10 o'clock I have a important call. So before that I will stop and I will take the questions. So quickly questions are there, I will go. Otherwise I will answer them the recordings or through some links. Okay. So if you are getting any questions, you can just keep sending me on WhatsApp. Okay. For time being, I have not got any question. It seems. Okay. Till now, I have not. Okay, I got some question. Okay. Yeah. While taking remnants from the Vaishnava's plate, do we need to take their permission, or can it be done secretly? It is a quite nice question. So actually, like Bhagavatam first canto said, Narad ji took permission and took the remnants from the plates of devotees. But if somebody takes secretly, then also it's not a great offense. Can be taken. But if you take from by taking permission, then also it is very nice. That is more powerful if you take permission and that, because when we take permission, that means this devotee will give permission only when he sees that we are doing very good practice, and this kind of mercy should be given. So we can take permission, and sometimes they give, and we have to beg, we have to pray again and again, beg, and then they will give. Vaishnavas are merciful. And sometimes it is also said, because some people don't know the value of it. So if we give to them, they may even throw. So suppose you know the value, so you will take the remnants from Vaishnava's plate and accept. But if you give to some other person who is new, oh, this is from his plate, he will say, why are you giving me? He will throw it. So he rather than appreciating, he said a bad thing, he will get a bad karma. He will get offense on his head. So we should not do that also. We should not give to everyone who don't know the value of it. If you understand the value, you can take it